Hi, I'm Rabbi Josh Cahan, and this is a short series of videos talking about a few of the key texts of the Pesach Haggadah as part of introducing my new Haggadah, the Yedid Nefesh Haggadah. In this video, I want to look at Lachma Anya. Lachma Anya is a little text that comes between Yachatz, the breaking of the matzah, and Magid, the beginning of first asking the four questions and then starting to tell the story. But this little text feels like it has no home, like it belongs nowhere. It's also in Aramaic, which makes it stand out from everything around it. We're going to read it, and as we do, hopefully we're going to get a little bit better of a sense of how it fits in. The text has three sections. There's a declaration, an invitation, and a hope. First, the declaration. Lachma Anya. This is the bread of affliction, of poverty, of suffering. Di'achlu avatana, that our ancestors ate, bit arad Mitzrayim, in the land of Egypt. The first phrase is not surprising. It is the Aramaic version of the phrase that Deuteronomy uses, lechem oni, to describe the matzah. So it's simply taking that phrase. This is the bread of suffering that the Torah referred to. What's more striking is our ancestors ate it in the land of Egypt. Everywhere else, we talk about it as either the bread of freedom or the bread that they baked and ate in a hurry as they were leaving. Only here do we talk about that matzah, as being associated with their experience of oppression in Egypt. Now the invitation. Kol dichfin yetev yechul. All who are hungry, come and eat. Kol ditzrich yetev yefsach. Anyone who needs should come and join our Pesach offering. Now, this invitation can't actually be about inviting people to our meal because we've already started our meal. And it certainly can't be about inviting people to join our Pesach offering because aside from being written many centuries after we stopped giving offerings, if someone was going to take part in it, they would have had to join in before we slaughtered it in the afternoon. Rather, this invitation is an invitation to taken from the Talmud, not in the context of the Seder, of a rabbi who made it his practice at any great feast to open his doors and welcome in all who are in need. And the reason it fits here is because invoking the matzah's identity as the bread of affliction, the bread of poverty, should make us immediately remember and be conscious of those among us who are still in poverty, and to reach out to all of those in need. And third, the hope. Hashatahacha. This year, we are here, L'shana haba'a ba'arad Yisrael. Next year, in the land of Israel. Hashata avdei. This year, we are slaves. L'shana haba'a b'nei chorim. Next year, may we be free. This last statement is also fairly unique because the rest of Magid and into Hallel will always talk about slavery and oppression in the past tense, freedom and rejoicing in the present tense. Only here, in this beginning moment, do we talk about exile and oppression as being our present state, and return and freedom as being in a hoped-for future. But this also specifically reflects the matzah's identity as lechem oni, as the bread that in this moment, and only in this moment really, of this entire ritual, in this moment the matzah is representing affliction, suffering, poverty. It's what makes us remember and reach out to those in need around us. And it is the moment when we feel the part of our present experience that is not yet redeemed, before we shift gears and celebrate the ways in which we have been. And that gets us back to the beginning. What is this text doing here? We are saying this, we're pointing, this is the bread of affliction. Why is it? Because this is the text for Yachatz. This is the text we recite as we break the middle matzah to make the afikomen. Because the whole idea of having a broken matzah as part of our meal is that a broken matzah was, in one of various ways, represented the kind of bread that someone poor, even destitute, would be likely to eat, who has to save some for later or can only get crumbs. So we've literally we've taken a whole matzah and we've created the bread of affliction by the act of breaking it. And as we do so, we declare, we have created the bread of affliction. May having this great feast, but doing it over this poor, broken bread, may it remind us to reach out and welcome in all those in need. May we, even as we sit and lie back on pillows and celebrate our freedom, as we do so over this broken, crumbled bread, may we remember that redemption, even though there's much to celebrate, is far from complete.